When you're looking at these plants, you must look for some signs of health, otherwise you'll be wasting your money. I've got here a plant I've picked up from a major nursery. These ones here have just finished flowering and they discounted them very heavily. One of the good things about this is the fact it's a dianthus. We know they're a perennial plant, so they're going to last several years anyway. A few dead flowers in this case is not really an issue. What I am looking at is the amount of healthy growth that you see throughout the plant. This plant here is actually a very strong plant because it's gone through a very long flowering cycle. We can tell that by all the dead flowers, and now the flowers are finished, so much healthy growth. So this here is a real bargain, especially when you pick it up for only 20 cents. This is one of the plants I have just cleaned up. As you can see, this is the white dianthus, but there's heaps of buds coming through and plenty of strong growth. This one here is going to make a great addition to this part of the garden. I'm going to use it in the very front of the garden because it works really well, especially when it only grows to about 35 centimeters. This one here, I'm going to plant just in this dark patch right about there. That's where the irrigation is, so that's a great sign. I know that the plant is going to get plenty of water, especially if we have a few warm days. When I put a new plant into the garden, what I like to do is make sure the plant's got plenty of room to grow. One of the ways we can relate to this is when you buy a new pair of shoes. Do you buy a new pair of shoes that fit, or do you buy a new pair of shoes that are actually a bit too tight? The pair that are actually a bit big is really the way you want to go. You want room to move. You want to feel comfortable. That's exactly the same as the plant. Now we're going to dig the hole. So what I want to do is find that dark patch I spoke about earlier, and I want to go just to the rear of it because I want the roots to grow to the water. This will help strengthen the plant overall, and it'll give it a great start in life. So I'm just looking at the ground. It is still a little bit dry, but it's not really much of an issue in this garden. The weather is cooling off, so there may be a little bit of water, maybe once a week on the outsides, and the irrigation working together will be fine for this type of plant. So now that we've got the hole dug, what we want to do is have a closer look at the soil just before we put the plant in. As you can see, this soil is rich in colour. It is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful soil. For the people who've been following me over the last couple of years, you'll know that the actual dentist was full of dust and heavy clay. And by the addition of organic matter, you can see that the soil has really transformed. It's amazing what this stuff has really become. So this soil is perfect now to plant into. When I'm actually taking the plant out the pot, I give the sides a general squeeze. Nothing too serious, and hopefully if we tip it upside down, the plant should come out nicely. As you can see, the plant has plenty of room to grow still, so if we did get it from the shops and left it home for a couple of weeks, it should be still fine. I personally don't tickle the roots on a plant unless I really have to. Nature's quite smart. It's amazing how we seem to dumb it down a lot. If the plant knows where there's water, it is going to head for the water, especially in a case like this. Now that I've got the plant in the hole, I have to make sure the plant's sitting level with the ground. Otherwise, any water we get is going to run down into it and can probably cause rot or other such fungal issues in the future. There we go. It's really as simple as that.